Welcome to the Tempest Universe. I am your host, Manny. Sorry, I'm on my second beer. I'm a little bit too excitable right now. Wild stuff going on. I'm not even going to talk about the episode last night of Weaponize, George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell. They had Matthew Brown on there. I watched it. Of course, I missed it when it premiered. I was busy. Ay vey. I just don't know. I want to say that a lot of what Matthew Brown shares is a little cryptic. You know what I mean? And then through the whole episode, he came out and said that Jeremy Corbell was just pissed off. So he had a bad attitude the whole time. And then poor George Knapp. He's sitting there trying to make this work. I don't know what happened. Too many behind the scenes stuff just spilling over to the episode. And it was really awkward. You could even tell Matthew felt awkward too. He would give a little side eye and then at one point Jeremy, I guess he had his nails painted. And possibly the conspiracy is that Matthew Brown eyeballed it. And George was he's being nice. He was being an angel. But Jeremy called him out for looking at his painted nails, and he felt like he had a reason why his nails were painted. Nobody cares. But allegedly, there is an effort between him and Dylan Borland to put together a group because they've been getting no support. I have issues with that, but we'll talk about it on Sunday. I don't like that. I don't like when you shit on ufology and UFO Twitter, but then you come out and say, I get no support from nobody. The public don't help me out as a whistleblower. I mean, what can we do? Your own government is shitting all over you. It's not us that's doing it. We want you to come forward. But the own government that you work for, they're the ones shitting on you and not protecting you. And they're the ones who made the law to protect you. What are we supposed to do? Anyway, I got a little creative. Check this out.
We are not playing Hide the Probe anymore.
That's my promo for Aliens.gov. Listen, if I was running the government, that's the way I would put it out. I'll start out just like that. We're not hiding the probe anymore. We are going to get down to business and find out who these little ugly gray fuckers are. Some of you will get offended by that because, these little gray guys, they enamor you. They hypnotize you. They make you believe everything is gumdrops and jelly beans when they're around you. Except for those people that end up getting beat up. You are the unfortunate. It turns out the White House, the administration, the folks in the know, have registered Alien.gov and Aliens.gov. So now they're like, oh, hey, what's going on? People are going crazy, trying to figure out, going to the website addresses to see if anything's there yet. As of right now, there is nothing there. I just tried it. So that don't waste your time. You get a little... this site is not secure situation going on, so stop it. Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly said, stay tuned. Then she had a little emoji of the little alien head. What are we staying tuned for? Here's my thing. This is where we get fafoed. Why would you put this out if you don't even believe in aliens? To me, the president does not believe in this whole ufology thing. He doesn't. He's just got a lot of people pushing him, even his own family, to get information out there. Whatever he knows, please. Faja. Please, Faja. But he doesn't believe in it. He makes little funny comments about it, kind of like the shit today he said about Japan. What the hell? How are you? Well, first of all, again, fuck around and find out. That is his motto. He lives by it every day. So why would a Japanese reporter at a nationally televised conference, asked the president, Donald Trump, not any president, Donald Trump, why would he ask him, why did he surprise the world, specifically Japan, and not share that there was going to be an attack on Iran? And he comes back with, well, you guys are good about surprises, and he brings up Pearl Harbor. You can't even write this stuff. This is stuff that it's just off the cuff with him. It just keeps coming. Just like this alien in Aliens.gov, it's off the cuff. The timeline is, and here we go, we had someone leak that there was a speech that was going to be written. And well, actually, that it was already drafted. Lara Trump is on a podcast later on, and she's kind of co-signing on it, saying there's something in the works, there's something there. He's really cagey about aliens whenever the family asks him about it. Right? Then we find out that it was Deuce Bigelow, the space gigolo, Robert Bigelow, the billionaire, who kind of leaked out the information about this letter, this address to the nation on July 8th, which is supposed to be a form of disclosure about alien life. He was going to preempt that, Mr. Bigelow, with his own statement on May 1st. So the May 1st thing allegedly is canceled. July 8th, nobody knows if it's really happening. We're thinking that maybe Bigelow made the whole thing up. But then Barack Obama, in the midst of all that madness, he believes in aliens. Then he retracts it a little bit. And then he says, oh, there's got to be aliens somewhere. This universe is way too big. Well, President Trump says, I'm going to have to release some stuff to help that guy because he gave out super secret, top secret information. I need to save Barack. And then it goes kind of dead for a little bit, and people are asking about it, what have you. And now today, or yesterday, we'd have Alien.gov and Aliens.gov. We don't know what's going to go on there. Rumor is that AARO, AARO, which is the one of the newest government agencies. And when I say new, it's not that new. It didn't happen this year. AARO's been around for like 2-3 years. That they're going to be kind of the ones kind of running things, I guess, at the Department of Defense. But AARO has a history of not only downplaying the NHI alien situation, but they also have a history of turning whistleblowers into pure dummies, making them look like they had no idea what they were talking about, and actually making it look like they had an ulterior motive for reporting what they do. So the .gov, I don't think it's going to mean a whole hell of beans. There's an article I linked in the description for you. If you are on YouTube or you're listening on an audio-only platform, like Spreaker, iHeartRadio, or you're listening on Spotify, the link will be in the description for you. If you're on short form kind of formats, kind of like TikTok and Instagram, the link will not be there for you. But please, go to somewhere where there's long form like YouTube or one of these apps that is audio only and get the link. The article is from, MSN. They got the stuff for you. You can check it out. You can find out what's really going on. And maybe something will happen. I have a feeling that something's going to happen soon. That we're going to see a big dump of stuff that either is going to be heavily redacted or is not going to make a whole hell of beans as far as moving the disclosure stuff forward. But hopefully they will stop the probing. Maybe there is a coalition here between little gray men, green, purple, and the orange guy. I don't know.
Greetings, listeners of the Tempest universe. If you seek the truth beyond your skies, like this transmission and share it across your networks. And subscribe before we return.
That was long enough for me to take a gulp of my beer. Yeah, like you said, like, share, and subscribe. Please, we need it, please. The next thing is wild. we've been talking about General McCasland. He's gone almost on 3 weeks now missing. A general of the Air Force who worked at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, working on it was like a several $billion program seeking advanced technologies and things and materials. He's retired now, right? He got caught up in the whole WikiLeaks John Podesta email stuff that Blink 182 homeboy was in. Tom DeLonge, if you don't know, sorry. Sometimes I just leave out information on purpose. Well, it turns out that he was missing, and then later was the connection was made that Monica, what's her name here? Monica Jacinto Reza. She was also missing. Now, she's been missing since June 22, 2025. Eight months. She was the inventor of a new space alloy. Yeah, space alloy for rocket ships. They call this thing the Mondaloy. I don't know why. Well, is it Mondaloy? Well, I guess Monica. It's her first name M-O-N, and then they added Deloy. The Mondaloy. She went hiking back on June 22nd, 2025 with two other people, and she felt somewhat behind from the group, and then she's gone. Disappeared, gone, no one can find her. Still out there, still a missing persons report open for her. So then we fast forward to February, and then we find out that General McCasland is missing. Strange circumstances there. I mean, no one reports that he was in any way mentally not able to manage his surroundings. He left his cell phone at home, and I think even his wallet. There are some reports that say that he took his gun. A lot of people are starting to say that maybe this was a suicide, that he committed suicide somewhere out in the woods, and they're just having trouble finding him. Others are saying his connection to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which was called Wright Field back during the days of the Roswell incident, which allegedly was reported that the crash and the bodies from Roswell, New Mexico ended up in Wright Field. That there might be some connection there to all of this. Well, there is a website. Let me bring this thing up because, man, there is a bunny trail here. There are so many things just happening that it is mind-boggling. The name of this website is the Sentinel Briefing. They have this article here called The Long Count. We started with two names. Those two names would be General McCasland and Monica Reza. But then the list started to grow. People started sending in names to this website, which is also a X/Twitter account, of other people that were associated with Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, also associated with this Air Force research lab that McCasland was part of, that Monica Reza was also part of, and these people went missing. They're gone, or foul play occurred. This is absolutely nuts. 6 people in 9 months, all of them connected to the Air Force Research Laboratory over at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and in some way or another connected to McCasland. This is crazy. The one person here was a Carl Johann Grillmair. He spent nearly 30 years at Caltech's Infrared Processing and Analysis Center. He also was connected to this project over at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. On the morning of February the 16th, 2026, at approximately 6:10 a.m., LA County Sheriff's deputies responded to a 911 call. in, what is it, 165th Street in Llano. It's a rural desert community in Antelope Valley. They found Grillmair on his front porch, gunshot wound to the chest. He was dead at the scene. Just like that. Another one was Jacob Prichard. October 25th, 2025. He was 34. He actually killed his wife, Jaymee, at their home in Huber Heights, Ohio, and placed her body in the trunk of their car. He then drove to Sugar Creek Township, broke into the apartment of a co-worker, First Lieutenant Jaime Gustitus. She was 25. He shot her dead. Then he drove over to West Milton Municipal Building. He parked in the safety exchange zone, opened the trunk so that the officers that were responding to this mayhem would find Jaymee in the trunk dead, and then he killed himself in front of the cameras. All three were employees of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. What the hell is going on? There are other people listed in this. If you go down this website, you will find other people with these similar incidents of just crazy wildness. This is Carl Grillmair, who was running that part of that program out of Caltech. Poor guy. I mean, guy was just sitting there. Come on, what the hell? Who else we got here? Oh, this is the trio, sadly enough. There's Jacob and Jaymee Prichard and the two together. And then over on the other side is Jaime Gustitus. So sad. What is the connection to all this madness at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base? Now, this one's a little tricky. I don't know. There might have been something different going on with these guys here. I don't know. Could be like a triangle of madness here. But, it's possible it's not exactly connected to the whole technology thing, but still. In a matter of 9 months, all these people are either missing or perished. It is wild. There's a whole article on his website of all the information they've received, all the connections that they have. Look at that. Look, they've got it plotted out for you right here on this map. Nuts. I'm sure as this continues, there will be more wild, crazy information like this where it just makes you wonder. This one here is Melissa Casillas. Let's see what happened to Melissa, because I have no idea. I didn't make it as far as Melissa. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. They're just connecting the dots here regarding Reza, Melissa Casillas, and McCasland in this one. I don't know. There is something really crazy going on here with Wright-Patterson. And it's just funny that we have this situation where the president says he's gonna let some stuff out. He's gonna share information. There's no doubt in my mind that the information he's gonna share, it's not gonna be helpful to anyone. But I might be shocked. It might be shock and awe. And we might have the best dump of UFO, NHI, alien information that we've ever seen. So much so that it'll be enough to consider it a form of what they call that soft disclosure, if you will. I don't know. Check out the whole story on the Sentinel briefing. Again, this is also going to be linked in the description for this episode. I don't know what to say. I think as the story unfolds with General McCasland, we're going to know a lot more whether or not there's a solid connection, or at least a mystery that will still connect all these guys together. This is all I got for you right now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And just remember, even though we have a website, doesn't mean we're going to get anything good out of it. We might just end up receiving alien porn for all we know. but maybe that's all we can afford right now. At least it'll probably be free.
Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stick around and check out another episode.